Hello everyone and welcome back to another edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint, the only West Ham United post-match football show on the internet. We've just come back from the Stadium of Light. It was Sunderland 2, West Ham 2. A bit of a disappointing result in terms of, I thought we was on top for a lot of the game. But Dan, seeing as you're the new Scot, let's go through the starting lineup.
Randolph in goal.
What did you suck up there?
Oh, that's saliva, isn't it? Like, you've got saliva in your mouth.
I thought you had a straw.
Randolph in goal. Byram on the right. Masuaku on the left. I always put me on the spot. Right. Randolph. Byram on the right. Masuaku on the left. Font. Collins in the middle. Holding midfielders, we had Fernandez and Kouyaté. Fernandez starting on his birthday. And then we had Lanzini, Ayew, and what's his name? Snodgrass, and then Carroll up front. We were trying to figure out, me and Tom, if it was Lanzini on the left or Ayew on the left, or maybe Ayew
I think they just kept swapping over, didn't they?
I thought we played two up front, if I'm honest.
I think Ayew was more.
Ayew was further up top
Just
with Carroll, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it started well. To be honest, mate, I'm going to straight into it. Sunderland are a poor football team. Yeah. Honestly, they are one of the worst teams I've seen.
Even like their fans, they're flat, innit? They just know they're relegated now. They're just seeing out the season. Yeah. David Moyes, he looks like a lost man.
It's an awful feeling. We've been there, haven't we? You know, when you're down there, nothing's going for you.
Yeah,
it's an awful feeling.
And now I've got some good players, certain players,
individuals,
but they're not a team. And that's what's cost them this season. They haven't scored for, 11, 12 games? Well, West Ham turn up and they get fucking two.
Of course, yeah.
What is that? Is that just... I don't know what it is, why we break these awful
For
records.
a Premier League team not to score in 12 games, like 11, 12 games, whatever it is, that's poor. Especially when you've got someone like Defoe. I didn't realise they'd gone that long.
You know what? I like Sunderland. I like Sunderland as a football club.
Yeah.
And I think to myself, I don't really want them to go down because I'd like them to remain. But I remember them proper ripping into us when they was our last game of the season once. You remember that?
Yeah, vaguely, and also they've got a bit of beef with Man United, didn't they? When they lost the league and they were said, but yeah, I like Sunderland. I don't not so much Newcastle. And
I think
like me.
I think it's time though. It's time for them. You know what I mean? They've been flirting.
Yeah, they've been doing it 4 or 5 seasons, just like Aston Villa. They were the same. They were flirting with it 4 or 5 seasons, and then they went down. But I fear for Sunderland, if they go down, they won't come back up.
I'll tell you now, what I saw from Sunderland yesterday, I don't even think they're that in the Championship.
Yeah.
Like, and that's saying something because they scored 2 against us. But like, we started. The thing about us, like West Ham, we started the game. We started really well. We was passing the ball about, knocking the ball about. Not a Sunderland player was getting near us. We scored, which was
really quickly.
Yeah,
Andy Carroll's volley.
Yeah,
5 minutes in.
5 minutes in.
Great touch by Ayew and a finish as well.
I thought he missed it.
To get it so quick out of his feet.
Yeah, it was a good finish. And I thought to myself, they were so poor, Sunderland. Even in that 5 minutes, you could just tell, like, things ain't going their way. When they're making tackles, they're deflecting off of our shins and going forward. Then all of a sudden, we don't. This is the thing about West Ham this season. We don't go for the jugular.
No.
We don't go for the jugular.
We don't go for that second goal, do we? Try to kill the game off. We always sit back and invite teams on. And even those that our poor Sunderland are, you can't do that. You can't do that in Premier League football.
I'll be honest, mate. We looked good yesterday, but it was 2 poor teams.
Yeah.
There was no quality, was it?
No, there was no quality. It was like Sunday League.
It was sort of the same at Swansea, wasn't it? Really, we just was fortunate enough to come away with a win for that one.
Yeah, it was honestly Sunday League. Honestly, it was such an awful game, but they just made us look decent. And then all of a sudden, as you say, we don't kill them off. We invite them on. They weren't going to score. Even like the opportunities that they created for themselves, they was blasting them over the bar. They was knocking them wide. They've got a goal scorer there in Barini, right? And he's on the bench. And they need goals. Yeah. What's the point? Do you know what I mean? Like, he's got it all wrong there. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Like, at the end of the day, if you're going to go down with a fight. You know what I mean? Like, Barini, come on, he scored a lovely goal. I thought that was a lovely goal. He's got it in.
Yeah. Open goal, but yeah. Pretty much. He's
still got to stick it there, Dan. There's still 2 or 3 defenders to
it was a good finish, but he should never have had that opportunity.
No, he should never have had. We'll talk about that a bit later. But I'm just saying, why are they holding back? They're more or less relegated. That yesterday was probably the nail in their coffin, I would imagine.
Yeah, not beating us at home. They would have looked at us, not in a great form myself, thinking like if we can beat West Ham, then we're only because they're only 9 points, 8 points off with a game in hand as well over Hull.
they're gone.
No, but if they'd have won yesterday,
Yeah.
it'd have given them a little bit of confidence.
boost, yeah.
Probably wouldn't have still stayed up.
Maybe
but
their mindset sort of soak up pressure, try and get set pieces and counter attacks and stuff like that, rather than just go all out.
I fear that the Allardyce leaving has killed them.
Yeah, because when he was in charge last season, they was a different club. They was a different team.
Yeah, if he would have stayed and not went to England, they'd be fine.
But he couldn't. That's
But
his
when he come
pinnacle
out
in
of the England job, they should have went all out to get him again. You know what I mean?
No, they must have felt sick.
He shouldn't even be allowed to be in a job, Sam Allardyce. They should have banned him for what he'd done from football for 4 or 5 years. Shouldn't have let him go back, because how can he do what he done then go straight into a Premier League job at Palace and get? It's ridiculous. But
it looks like Sunderland are going to stick with Moyes though when they go down. I have a feeling. Otherwise, why wouldn't they sack him?
That's a bad move. That's true. You got to get a manager who knows the league. You got to get players who know the league, and you got to get out of it. You know.
Anyway, fuck Sunderland. All due respect.
But then they equalise, don't they, Nick?
Yeah, and it's
nothing. A corner.
I mean, it's.
I mean, we had the discussion off camera a minute ago about was it a foul? Yeah, it was a foul. But at first, the striker's got every right to do what he done.
Thing is, right, you're a goalkeeper, right? He's got 3 or 4 lumps in front of him there, yeah, that should be looking for that sort of thing as well, yeah. If there's someone on your goalkeeper's toes, right, and I was taught this at Sunday League level, there's someone in your goalkeeper's toes, go in, get in between them, and drag him out.
Yeah, Ginger and Carroll were both looking. They didn't. They should have dragged him out.
He wasn't commanding his box.
Get in between him and the goalkeeper, and make sure you push him out, like physically. Like hold your hands out and just push him out with your physical strength.
Or push him into the goal. He's on the line. Push him into the goal.
But failing that, Randolph, he's got every right there to clamber over him. Yeah. He's got the geezer's leaning into him. He's got every right to just fucking barge him out of the way and come and get the ball. Yeah. He didn't do that.
He let it happen to him, didn't he?
He's very weak, isn't he?
You know what, also, that goal I noticed when I watched it back, I didn't realise at the time, every single one of our players was in that box.
Yeah.
And there wasn't even a player on the back post. And you know who was usually on the back post?
Mark Noble.
Mark Noble was usually on that back post, and he would have cleared that. He would have cleared it, but no, there was no one else on the back post.
But it's basic. It's basic football.
And that comes down to captaincy. That comes down to someone saying, you get on the back post.
Andy Carroll was the captain yesterday.
Well,
The thing is with Randolph, I do think he's pretty weak at that. He gets barged off. I don't know if he looks for fouls sometimes.
Yeah.
Just come out and punch his head if you have to. Go for the ball.
If he's looking
they
for
always
straight
take
through
the goalies in that position, don't they?
You didn't see great goalkeepers like Schmeichel and Seaman doing that.
If he would have cleaned him out, if he'd have come out, if he'd have seen that ball coming over and he would have went, right, fuck this, and he would have pushed him out of the way, they wouldn't have given penalty for that.
Yeah.
Not on a million years.
So he was a big fucking bastard, that geezer.
Yeah, he is.
Like, he's a size of him.
And cheap,
But if you're running towards someone, he's not allowed to physically touch you. If he touches you, the goalkeeper's going to call it as a foul.
Yeah.
He's leaning into him. Right?
Yeah.
If you come out and you start getting physical with him, he's got to either move out your way or push you back. Yeah. And then the referee sees that and he goes, "Oh, that's a foul."
But Nick, it comes back to the same thing, mate. Randolph is a great backup keeper. He's not a number one for us, is he? And I don't know.
He shouldn't have been playing.
I don't like to
the
say
week
Aiden's
before
not number
last.
one either. I said it. I don't mean to keep blowing, but we have got 2 number 2 goalies. We need a quality
thing is
goalkeeper.
with Randolph, he went through that stage where Adrian was number 1 like this season as well. And Adrian made a few mistakes, he got into the team and he played well. But now I think he's a bit too complacent. Like, oh, I'm number 1 now. I've got no one challenging me, because maybe Adrian can't play because of contract or something like that. But he's got no one challenging him now, so he just knows he's going to be on that team sheet every week. But now I'll drop him.
But he is what he is, isn't he? He's a free transfer from Birmingham.
Yeah.
He's a good goalkeeper. Don't get me wrong, like, but
he's a good number 2.
He's got a lot of mistakes in him. Like,
he done great in the cup last season.
Adrian got slated earlier in this season. Do you remember the game against was it Southampton at home or Watford at home? Remember when he come running out and then Troy Deeney chipped it over him? Weren't no different to what Randolph done yesterday.
Randolph's was worse, I think. Like Randolph's yesterday, especially the second goal.
Yeah.
The first goal, 6-1 after dozen the other. He should have cleaned him out in my mind.
Yeah.
There should have been people protecting him as well.
We've been poor at defending set pieces a lot this season.
I still put that down to his fault. And then the half petered out really. They had a couple of chances. We had a couple of chances. I should have scored.
Yeah.
He's won.
Snodgrass nicked it off him. Oh no, he nicked
it off Snodgrass. Yeah, he should have left it to Snodgrass. Although
he was down holding his knee at
he
half
was,
time, wasn't
Carroll was saying to him, I'll put that back for Snodgrass. And when he walked off, he's saying that back for Snoddy.
I absolutely despise Snodgrass. Honestly, he is one of the worst footballers I think we've ever signed. He just can't play. He can't.
He strolls about, doesn't he?
Got an assist.
He got an assist in the corner yesterday.
Yeah.
His corners are decent. I mean, they piss all over Lanzini's corners.
The thing is with Snodgrass, he is a good player, right? When he played for Hull, he was good. I don't know, he's just lacking confidence at West Ham. I think
I think you're right.
Once he gets a bit of confidence, there is a good player in there.
There is, right. But the thing is, what I can't stomach is he doesn't. I lost count. I said to Nicky yesterday, I lost count how many times our right back Byram was running past him.
Over him,
overlapping him. And he's
not overlapping because he's got the ball, overlapping him because he can't be asked to run, because he's getting inside. I think he might be more of an inside player.
Yeah, a lot of people are saying he should be in the middle.
Yeah, like when with Stuart Downing, what we done with him.
Yeah.
When we turned him into someone.
I think he's looking to be more of an inside player because he doesn't stretch, he doesn't hug the byline. Byram's running past him, like forever running past him, because he just ain't making them runs. I don't know what he is really. Maybe he's a number, like as you say, Downing.
A lot of Hull players are saying he's best as a number 10. Hull fans, are saying he's best as a number 10.
But he's not our best number 10.
No. So.
Do you know what I mean? Like Lanzini gets over him.
I'm happy with Snodgrass if he's a squad player. He's not a starting 11. I'm sorry. He's a good squad player. He's good for the cups. He's good for if someone gets injured or.
He's a good option to bring off the bench.
He's a good option to bring off the bench.
He's a squad depth player. Yeah, I totally agree with that. He's not a starter for me. Yeah. I think Faguli should have been bought on for him yesterday rather than fucking Nordvite. I don't know what that substitution was about.
He put Nordvite on because he was 2-1 up at the time.
But it never worked.
I'll be honest with you. Faguli would have run them ragged yesterday.
Yeah.
I think he would have run them ragged.
Especially if they had bought him on with about 20 minutes to go.
Yeah.
But I mean... It's good to see Ginger score yesterday as well.
Oh, what a guy. Do you know what? I love that bloke.
Yeah.
He's
not... He has lost it a bit, hasn't he? He's lost
it. Of course, he's getting old.
Yeah, the thing is, he's got 1 year left on his deal, right? That guy's got to stay... Like Noble, he's got to stay at a club. He's got to get his coaching back.
To be honest with you, mate, I know what we're going to say in a minute. Ogbonna and Reed are coming back in the next week or two, yeah? I think he stays in that team. I think he stays in the team just because
got that fight and the passion,
the leadership, and all that. And I thought yesterday, he was superb. Someone give Fonte man of the match yesterday, and I'm thinking it was on Sky. No way did anyone get man of the match other than Ginger. He blocked everything.
Font was much improved.
He was good.
I admit, they both made a couple of mistakes though, Ginger and Fonte.
Yeah. They both made a couple of mistakes, but he was.
No, he got the goal.
Head and shoulders above Font. I think
there's a lot of call for Collins to get a testimonial, and I'd agree with that. I think he should.
Get
I'm not sure if he can though, because he was with us and he left, didn't it? He had to be 10 years straight, I think. I'm not too sure.
Is that
because he was with us, he went to Villa and he come back. I don't know how it works. I'm not too sure it works. I don't think he can leave and come back.
I don't know, but I don't think they give him a testimonial. I don't think you don't really get a lot of testimonial. I know Noble had it last season, but
because the loyalty's gone in.
Yeah, not only that, but it's just.
Well, because Tompkins was going to get one, wasn't he? But then we sold him to Palace.
He was 9 years in.
Would Tompkins sell out the Olympic Stadium for a testimonial? I don't think so.
I don't think we should do it based on selling out, though, isn't it?
Yeah, but it'd be a bit embarrassing if only like 5,000 people turn
up. A testimonial. No, I don't think it would ever be 5,000 people.
No, but Tompkins...
it depends what players they get as well to come and play.
Yeah, but it's one of them things, isn't it? Like what a testimonial used to do to a player is they weren't earning an awful lot of money. They was earning good money, but obviously the careers are short. And a testimonial used to give them a big payday, like a pension. They don't do that anymore. They don't need that anymore. Like the Noble one, all the money went to charity. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? Like they don't need that payday.
Noble only had his last year only because it was the last season.
Yeah.
Another game at another game at the bowling.
Yeah.
Because he could have had his like in a few years' time. You know what I mean? Because he was at the last at the bowling.
We'll get back to the game, then.
But yeah, 2-1.
We was cruising, weren't we?
It was cruising. No dangers.
Injury.
Big injury. In the 80th minute.
I didn't realise how bad that was. He really whacked his head, and I thought he dislocated his shoulder.
The thing is that commentators were saying it was a foul.
He knocked himself out, mate. I mean, and the thing is, we kicked the ball out about 15. You know what? Head injury. I mean, he wasn't holding his head because he was knocked out.
I thought it was
shoulder.
Shoulder or back.
It's the way he landed.
He really did hurt himself.
But he did hit his head as well. He went on his shoulder, then his head hit the ground. But the thing is with that. I've seen a lot of those challenges not given as fouls, loads of them. So I mean, you could argue it's a foul, but I've seen it so many times where it's just a little bit of a barge.
It wasn't even given as foul. It's
it
just one of them
wasn't.
things in
But
football.
people were calling for it to be a foul.
After that,
they got the goal, didn't they? 90 minutes, and then we got 10 minutes later on.
The thing is with that, there was no danger. No. If Randolph hadn't come out, Ginger was there.
I thought it was Ginger there. It wasn't. It was Fonte. And,
was it?
Yeah, and he sort of goes over him and makes a meal of it, and it.
He's thinking, I'll run out, catch it, end the threat.
You've got to catch it. I mean, it's that far off his line.
He's got to just stay on his line.
Punch that.
Yeah, punch it out, Ryan. Do something with it, but don't do what he done. He done the worst possible thing. Yeah. Give it right to Barini on
to me.
Do you see it? And then he tries to pat it out of the way.
It's an easy catch. Yeah. It's an easy catch. It's bread and butter for a goalkeeper that should be practicing.
Because he must practice them every day in training, things like that. He probably practices it with people like Carroll and Ginger in front of him, and him coming out and catching it.
I think it's because their player, though, sort of as they were going, sort of went into him at the same time, so there was a collision. So I think that just knocked him off.
But he sort of went to catch it. He knocked it. It ran away from him.
Yeah, I think he
patted it, and it went straight to Barini. And to be fair, I'm going to give Barini it was his first touch as well. Very composed because there was two defenders on the line.
Good finish.
A lovely finish. But the thing is, there was, and this is the thing that pisses me off. I felt the same about Arsenal as well. I thought we was hanging on in the Arsenal game enough. Because I thought to myself, we're going to frustrate them, right? And we only had to keep that for another sort of 5 minutes, and they was good. Like the Arsenal crowd was really got to slug in on it. And in that game, he chucked one in the net. Do you know what I mean? Like it sort of like come off his hand and went in. Like they're bread and butter for goalkeepers. They're bread and butter for goalkeepers. Them sort of saves and that. And to just keep on making mistake after mistake after mistake, and to see Adrian get, I think he's been more punished for worse, for less. I mean,
I said,
and he's lost his place in the first team, and to just, Bilic even come out yesterday and said, I don't blame Randolph. Well, the fuck do you blame him? He's the goalkeeper.
No, you got to blame him.
Has he actually come out and said that? He doesn't blame.
Yeah, he said we lose as a team and we don't.
Should have stayed on his line though.
Sorry,
who's that? Bilic said that.
It was an individual error, mate. It's another individual error. Apparently, we've lost 22 points from dropped 22. If them 22 points, we're fifth.
And a game like yesterday, he's left Sakho out of the squad as well.
He should be playing for us, yeah. But I don't care who you are, whether it's Aguero, Messi, fucking, what's his name in his prime? Fucking
say any player in the world.
The Canio. I said the Canio. Right? Whoever, yeah. You can't play at one game in a season. And then turn up at the end of the season and go, right, I'm fit now. I'm ready to play.
You will start me, apparently.
I understand that.
In the last game he played, he looked very tired. He looked very.
He was in the team, apparently. This is, as I said, it's all rumours, but it's come from sources.
He would have got minutes yesterday.
He would have got minutes yesterday. He said, no, you're on the bench. You've got to get back up to full fitness. And it wasn't happy enough, so he didn't bother travelling with the team. So what is he doing there? I mean, you just don't do it. He's had one strop, and the fans sort of forgive him because we are we need people to start scoring goals. You know what I mean? Yeah. I think we're enough saved now, but we need people to start scoring a few goals.
I'll be honest with you,
to do that, it's an insult.
The club is in
to sack him.
Yeah, just get rid of him.
He comes out and says, I hope the fans still love me. They had the song. It's like, you're making it very hard to love you, Sakho.
But again, you said they're rumours. We don't know if it's true.
But there's usually no smoke.
There's no fire. These rumours keep coming, aren't they?
So he's just come back from an injury.
Yeah. We had the Arsenal game last season where he went missing, didn't he, and disappeared at the Arsenal.
Honestly, he's a bad egg. He's not worth it. He's not worth the hassle. But we're coming to the end of the season now. I think that about sees us safe. Yeah. I was looking at the fixtures today. So I don't mean to be rude. We've got 5 games left. Swansea have got 5 games left. Swansea ain't going to make up 9 points.
They've got the same sort of teams we've got to play. They've got some hard games. You don't know though. I mean, look,
don't know. Remember that season Fulham done it.
But no one thought Palace were going to beat Arsenal and Chelsea for that. I mean, they should be 6 points off where they are. They should be right in it, but they did. They've beat them, and Swansea could go on a 5-game unbeaten run. You just don't know, mate. It's very unlikely.
I still think. I said when me and Scott done the social, there was a question.
Middlesbrough got 2 games in hand.
Yeah. How many points do you think we get? I said we'll get probably another 5 this season. One was yesterday.
It's hard to see where we're going to get any more points. It's really
there'll be a game that turns up, and we'll turn up for it. Especially if players start coming back and all that. Like, I don't know. It's a tough one. We've got tough games as well.
Yeah.
These 5 games now are bloody tough. Like Burnley and Stoke, they're never easy away games. And you've got Everton, Liverpool, Tottenham at home.
We're a poor side though. I mean,
We are
that league
bad.
table really flatters us.
Yeah, but you know, Friday night under the lights against Spurs, the players turn up. You know
If
what I mean?
they don't, we'll get slaughtered.
Hopefully,
Upton
will
Park,
we have?
yeah, but
That's when is the Spurs game? Is that after we've got Everton next week?
Yeah,
Everton and then that's the
following
next
Friday.
home game.
I don't think we're going to have Reed and. But I don't think we're going to have him back by then, mate. So I think we can really
They
struggle.
look dangerous as well. Like you've got to give them their due as well. They look
They've been
bloody
smashing.
Listen,
dangerous.
I've been saying Spurs are they're what we should be looking to aim to be like in 3 or 4 years' time. The way they've done it, they haven't gone out and splashed the cash, have they?
Well, they have. They've got the money for Bale. And
Yeah, but they
wasted
got
it,
that's what I mean. They've sold Bell and bought replacements, so they've not really spent that much money.
They've sort of slowly moved
They're
up
very
the
lucky.
table,
They're very lucky. They've had Harry Kane and they've had Dele Alli for not a lot. And that's
paid
the way it
$5
goes,
million
you know what I
for
mean,
Dele Alli.
they're good players. They're fantastic players, and
They
it's
give
gonna
their
be a tough
youth a
game.
chance though as well, which we don't do anymore.
Oh yeah, I got to talk about this rumours yesterday. This Lukaku thing. I mean, the thing is, it's been a little bit misinterpreted because I think
there were bids in the past.
But Tom, right? Because I thought to myself, because I took it a little bit out of context really as well, and obviously Nick's had a rant about it on a fan case, but this could be open to interpretation really because I believe we tried to sign him on loan once. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think when he went to Everton, when he was at West Brom, when he went to Everton that season, I think we went in for him before because he was at West Brom for 2 years, wasn't he?
Yeah.
When Mourinho got rid of him, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Mourinho got rid of him, he went back to Chelsea. We tried to sign him on loan, and he told us no because he didn't have a striker. And then he decided on the last day, I think it was, that he didn't need him, and Everton ended up coming in for him. Yeah, I believe that's one. But you got to think about this, right? She also then said, in the same sentence, he won't come because he wants Champions League football, which makes me feel like we've tried to sign him from Everton because if he was at Chelsea, he would have had Champions League football. So we must have tried to sign him from Everton. Yeah,
as well.
Why would he go to Everton for Champions League football?
But he don't want to come. He's never going to come.
We couldn't afford him.
We couldn't. But why even
bring it up?
why bring it up? It's in
Because
the
they do it
past.
every year.
I don't understand
They
it.
do it every year. Last year it was Lacazette.
I do think Nick hit the nail on the head. I do think they're trying to put his names there, let him know that they're going for big targets.
Was this in a
They're
Sun
struggling
column?
to see tickets.
Did she mention this in
No,
her
it was
Sun
it was
thing?
Sky Sources or something. They come out with
I
things
think
saying
it was
West
in
Ham.
the Skies.
We
We tried twice. We tried signing him and failed. I mean, but why
never
come out
ever
yesterday?
going to sign Lukaku. Never in a million years. We wouldn't be able to afford him. The way he's playing at the moment and his age, he's worth about 70, 80 million quid.
Yes,
we ain't going to pay that.
But we could have beat West Brom to him and all of that if we'd have got back in the day.
But we're not talking about that. I don't think that's what.
Nicky's right. The
She's
the
all
Champions
right.
League football thing is what he keeps saying
Yeah.
at the moment this season. So, I mean,
I would reckon it was an inquiry last year.
Yeah.
Just keep your business private.
Just keep your mouth
mate,
shut.
Yeah, but that's where they all go wrong. That's where they go wrong, don't they? They want to tell everyone what they're doing.
They think he impresses us.
For what reason? And I think Nick was pretty spot on with that.
Yeah, to sell season tickets. They do it all the time, but they don't need to. If they've got all us loyal fans who are probably going to renew, plus they say they've got 50,000 on the waiting list, why do they need to lie and say we're going to sign Lukaku?
Because I think it's spin.
Yeah.
I don't think it's true.
50.
Why don't they just come out with a statement and say we're going to really improve the squad, and that's it. We're looking to really improve the squad. Don't say who you're going for.
Oh, I've got a question for you guys. How much do you reckon we need to spend this summer to be serious now?
I've said 100 million. That's what I've been saying.
I think Dan's about right. My personally, I think about 100 million. But we need to buy some really decent
I think
players.
we need about 4 or 5 good players.
So you reckon? What do you
I reckon
right?
about
Money-wise?
between something like 60 and 90. I can't see West Ham spending 100 million.
60.
quid. 60,
Palace spent
70.
60 last
As
season.
long
Yeah,
as they buy
look
the
what
right
they got.
players,
They spent more than that,
but they've
didn't
got to buy quality now. They can't. I think we're going to dodge a bullet this season. I think And,
Yeah, but when you're talking about quality like that sort of what sort of players are you talking about?
You're talking about.
You're talking about Champions League
No,
players.
I wouldn't even say that. Like last year, you needed to. Dembele. for Tottenham, right? Dembele is one of Tottenham's best players, right? Yeah. Without fail, year in, year out. Yeah, last season, year before that, this season, one of their best players. Who did he play for? Fulham.
Yeah.
They picked him from Fulham.
Yeah, I know that.
But he was a good player in a poor Fulham side, really. Bit of a standout player. And they've picked him out. They've identified him as a good player and said, right, he'll fit into our team. Yeah, he's a good prospect. Yeah, he weren't going out and playing Champions League. It didn't cost them 60 million quid to buy him. It's the scouting system. Yeah, you've got to identify. I think Sigurdsson would fit into our system. Yeah, I think that's what it is. It's all about fitting into systems. Yeah. I think Sigurdsson would fit into our system. Yeah, I think he would be good in our system. I think Benteke would have benefited with us more than he'd benefited with Palace. People could say, oh, well, he's not been very good for Palace. I think our style of football would have suited him more.
He's been scoring goals lately as well, though.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. I think he would have benefited. He ain't a Champions League winner. He ain't going to cost you 70 million quid. You know what I mean? He was with Liverpool. Liverpool wanted rid. He didn't fit in the Liverpool system. It's the same reason Carroll.
Yeah, Benteke would have been a good signing.
Good
Sakho
as well.
But they're the sort of players we should be going for.
Yeah.
But they don't. They go out with looking with money in their pockets to buy a full Fiesta, but they go and look at Ferraris, knowing full well they can't fucking afford the Ferrari. They've got to go and get a Fiesta.
But that is what I'm saying.
That's what they do.
They go out banning about these names like, oh, we're going to go and get Carlos back, or we're going to get Lacazette. They ain't got no intention of getting him.
They've got champagne taste with lemonade money. That's exactly what they've got.
But the money's there, mate. Trust me, trust me now. The money's there. But they don't want to spend it.
This summer's make or break, mate. I'm telling you now, Russ. We are. Make or break.
But it's not only on the field, it's the backroom staff needs a shake up.
Oh, yeah.
The whole club needs a shake up.
Because, again, it looked like the players weren't fit on the pitch. You know what I mean? We couldn't do it for the whole 90 minutes.
Honestly, me and Nick were saying yesterday, we had no pace, mate. Last season we was breaking away. How many breakaway goals did we get last season?
That's what I'm saying.
I know we had Pint, but
we had players like Pint and Lanzini both running at times.
We don't even do the simple things. I was looking yesterday at the way we passed the ball, right?
Yeah, get straight back.
I was taught this from about 5. Triangles. You get out of situations in triangles, right? We never form triangles. You get a player that's got one option, and the other option is to run into danger.
Screen's just luck, that's all right.
Yeah? He's got one option to go somewhere, and the other one is to run into danger, try and take it on himself. You've got 2 options. It's as simple as that, right? But you watch West Ham, they don't play in triangles. No. They don't play in triangles. And I got taught that as a kid. Like, and the movement, there's no movement in the team. They're not doing their job properly.
That's why, like, I know obviously he wanted to leave anyway, but Payet, like, you don't realise how much you miss a player until they've actually gone, because he used to do them things, and it shows you how bad the situation is at the club when we had a great season last year. Like, Payet come to us last summer, we never said, oh, we're going to get Europe. He would have been told, look, we're going to build and build and build. But we overachieved so much last season, like finishing, we could have got Champions League football if it weren't for the last 3 or 4 games. And then for him to have was going for a bad bit this season, but with the new stadium and everything, for him to want to just go, like, I know there's other issues as well, but it shows you how bad it is. And if we can't keep, we won't be able to attract bigger players when they see players like Payet leaving like that. If Payet was still there and we tried to sign him last season,
I don't blame him. I don't blame him for wanting to leave. Look at it; it's a shambles.
It's the way he went.
It's the way he went. Look, I would never, ever condone a player going like that. He can go and fuck himself all out. Okay? And look, even if he had said, "Oh, I'm sorry," look,
you don't even hear about him no more.
No.
It's not just that. Not only do we need big investment in the summer, it's keeping older players like Lanzini.
Lanzini's going to be a target for...
We need to keep hold of these players. You know what I mean? That's
even players like Ogbonna.
Lanzini's on a lot of people's radar.
Antonio's a big one.
But talking about that, right? There's been a big thing that's come out about contracts as unrest because Font and Snodgrass are on like 65, 70k a week.
But why are you paying them sort of players that money?
But why is it being leaked? Like, I work with about 30 people. I don't know what they earn. I know what I earn. I don't know what everyone else earns.
I think football, it's a lot more.
It shouldn't be this. It shouldn't be let out like that. It shouldn't be saying I'm earning 70, 80 grand a week, because that's going to put you back up.
Yeah, because you're thinking, and people like Antonio and Obiang, who are better players, are earning a lot less than these 2 players who ain't as good.
The end of the day, right?
But also, what you got to remember with Antonio is he was a championship player.
Yeah.
And he's had 2 pay rises since he's been there. He was only on about like 4 or 5 grand a week at Forest. He come and got 15 grand a week at West Ham, and then they gave him an extension last season, didn't they, to 40, whatever it was.
Yeah, I just don't understand why we're bringing these two in on that much more.
Because they're proven Premier League players. And internationals
Premier
as well.
League.
No, but they're internationals as well.
Yeah, no, being a Scotland
won Euro
international.
2016.
So is Antonio now.
Yeah, but he's only had 1 game. He's not, you can't cast that as an international.
He's been in about 2 or 3 squads now.
Yeah, no, he hasn't even played. He ain't even played.
Actually, yeah, he ain't played.
He ain't played.
But he's been picked. So
and he scored a lot of goals for us.
Anyway, the fact of the matter is this, right? Fuck about in this summer, and this dodging a bullet won't be dodged next week. It will be Sunderland, because that's the way Sunderland went. That's the way Aston Villa went. That's the way other clubs before them went. They stopped investing in the team. They stopped concentrating on the basics. And look where they are now. Villa, they'll be lucky to fucking be in the Premier League in the next 10 years.
I don't think Bilic is going to be our manager next season. I think they're going to.
I think you need. I honestly, right, and I'm not a Bilic in, I'm not Bilic out, right. I honestly, I would like to see a change, because I don't, me personally, right, and I don't understand a lot of the grace he gets from people, because if this was Allardyce, mate, people would be fucking jumping down his throat, yeah. I don't understand a lot of the grace he gets from people.
I think a lot of people like him because of his passion for the club and how he is. But I said this earlier,
that
ain't always good.
You've got to think, what manager will be happy coming to West Ham with the current situation of buying players, a scouting system, Tony Emery and David Sullivan.
I think it's got
to change. Can you imagine someone like
change.
Mancini coming in and saying, I want this player?
I was just about to say, if Mancini is available to get, then they have to go and get him.
Yeah, but he's want a lot of money. But the thing is, will they give him the money to spend? And if they do,
and the full control.
As like apparently with Scott Hogan and that was Hogan, and he wanted to throw apparently, but he went, you can have Hogan.
But maybe
they're trying to, but no, give the manager what he wants.
Yeah.
But maybe
the players,
managers should always have the final say on the transfer.
Hopefully, they've learnt a lesson, and they think, right, well, you can't not invest in the squad properly, because it's going to end up badly. So hopefully they've learnt a lesson. I'd like to see a change up, if not the manager, in the staff and the way we train in
the backroom staff needs a shake
because I think it's fucking awful. Like, you can see
unfit.
that we're unfit. The players just are not doing the basic. We've got no movement off the ball.
I'll tell you what, they need to bring in. Get Di Canio in as a fitness coach, because I fucking tell you, if they trained half as hard as he did,
tie a rope around you,
fucking trying parachutes to you. And we used to go down there and watch him, didn't we? Fucking unbelievable, the geezer, staying behind after training. I bet none of them players in that squad do that. And when you watch, like love him or hate him, when you watch Frank Lampard on Goals on Sunday the other week, and he was talking about, I remember him as a kid staying behind, smashing 50 footballs. And look, and Rio done it, and Carrick done it, and Joe Cole done it. Look where they went. They all went to the top.
Rio should come in as our defensive coach. But the thing is, I think my opinion with Slav is he done a very good job in his first season. Second season, not so much. So I'd like to see him get one more season.
Yeah, I want to see him stay personally. I want to see him stay, but I want them to back him and give him the money. But I've always said I don't think Bilic can attract bigger players. I don't think
that's the problem, though, mate. I don't think they're going to back him when he's only got 1 year left on his deal. Because I think they're happy for him to run his contract down, not renew his contract.
If they're not going to back him, then
they don't want to give him the money this season. I'm telling you now, I think my worst case scenario is they're going to keep Bilic from let him run his contract down for the last year of his contract, and then basically give him enough money, enough resources to get through. So we're going to have another season like this season, and I think it could seriously backfire on us. I don't think they want to. But
there'll be a revolt on. I'd say if we have a shit summer, those owners, right, are going to have a backlash like they've never had before.
I'd even take the City manager Pellegrini, even him. He was a decent manager. There are decent managers out there, but
how much longer is he looks really old, doesn't he? How old is he?
Doesn't matter, mate.
Might be
he
dead
won the Premier League.
Anyway, should we start wrapping it up there?
Yeah.
Thanks very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's post-match pint. Go and check out all the fan cams from yesterday. Really good ones as well. On the social, you've done that this week, didn't you? Yeah, on the social. Monday
Ryan's
musings,
ratings.
I was ill, so Monday musings, midweek musings didn't come out till yesterday.
Friday.
Yeah, I was really ill last week, and I've just recovered.
Weekend musings.
Yeah, whatever. There'll be another one this week, and there'll be another social this week, and I'll tell you what we have got coming up this week as well. You got to keep an eye out for this. This week we've got a special, a new show. A special show. We've got a new show coming out on the mornings of games, home games, when we're playing that in the afternoon, not the night games.
Don't say too much because some of the people nick our content.
No, it's all right. It's all right. Once it's out there, mate, it's it's fair game.
Yeah, we've done it.
Yeah, we'll be going to the ground on a break. What time is it? 10 o'clock, isn't it?
10, 11, is it?
Oh, fuck it. I'll just read about it. I'll write it down. No, honestly.
Follow us on the
No. I'll tell them. So about 10:30 on a match day, we'll be doing something called the Ironwork Breakfast Club, and it's literally going through all the week's stuff, and that is on YouTube on a match day 10:30, and it's going to be live, which is a big step.
So no swearing.
So no swearing, yeah. It's going to be live, but yeah, we've got big plans for this show. It's going to be a little bit of a pilot, getting ready for next season, really, but we're going to extend it from the Everton and the Liverpool games. See how it goes. Live show.
Anything can happen on a live show. Anyone can pop up. You never know.
Yeah, so make sure you join us 10:30 for the Everton game this Saturday. Is it Saturday? Isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for joining us on this edition of West Ham Fan TV's Post-Match Pint. Go and follow us on Twitter at West Ham Fan TV, Facebook.com/West Ham Fan TV, Instagram, Snapchat, all the good stuff, Periscope and all that nonsense that we never use. Go and visit our website. Is anyone updating that?
Well,
no.
Don't think so.
Anyway, westhamfan.tv if you want to have a look at that as well. And there's one thing left to say, lads. Come on, you irons.